Quelques heures après l'arrivée victorieuse du Maxi Edmund De Rothschild, le tout nouveau SVR Lazartigue passe le rocher du Diamant et longe les côtes de la Martinique avant d'arriver au coucher du soleil dans la baie de Fort-de-France. François Gabard et Tom Laperche s'emparent de la deuxième place de la catégorie ultime. La lutte a été intense jusqu'au bout.
Un beau vainqueur devant, mais que derrière on s'est bien battu. Ce qui s'est passé là, avec Bangkok les 48 dernières heures, c'était juste génial.
Au milieu de la nuit, Banque Populaire monte sur la troisième place du podium. Armel Lecléache a un peu de mal à cacher sa déception.
Une petite frustration de cette journée où on s'est fait doubler par François et Tom. On aurait bien aimé garder cette deuxième place qu'on avait chaudement conservée pendant quasiment une grande partie du parcours.
Actual et Sodebo sont attendus dans les prochains jours aux Antilles. Les arrivées se succèdent en Ocean 50. Toute la flotte des multicoques de 15 mètres est désormais à bon port. Le jeune skipper d'Arkema, Quentin Vlaminck, rend hommage à tous les marins de la classe.
Déjà, arriver de l'autre côté avec ces bateaux, c'est dur. Voilà, moi je tiens à le dire maintenant et à féliciter vraiment tous les marins de la classe. Je ne m'en rendais pas compte avant le départ.
Chez les monocoques, la course fait rage en IMOCA. Le trio de tête reste inchangé. Les duos se battent jour et nuit pour grappiller quelques milles.
Beaucoup de grains, comme pas mal depuis quelques nuits là. C'est assez difficile parce que du coup la nuit on ne les voit pas bien et on se fait un peu surprendre. Mais c'est sympa, il y a encore des bonnes accélérations.
Les classes 40 glissent enfin vers la Martinique. La vitesse redonne le moral aux marins.
On est le 17e jour de course et ça file sous speed dans les Alizés. Et on devrait être en Martinique d'ici 8 ou 9 jours. À bientôt. Ciao.
Allez, bon courage, les Antilles vous attendent de pied ferme.
On est content d'être sur cette dernière tronçon vers la Martinique.
Je ne sais plus du tout quel matin. Et on marche à 18 vers le coup.
Match racing à bord de Maître Coq et avec Christian.
Et voilà il nostro amico Yannick sotto lo spi.
Ça croise et ça se recroise au taquet sous spi.
Là, on est en train de passer l'équateur. Moi, c'est la 18e fois. Rodolphe, c'est la première fois. Exactement.
Toujours un moment sympa, même si on l'a passé presque une dizaine de fois chacun cet équateur. On adore ce moment.
Alors, pour l'océan, un peu pour le bateau.
Pour nous avoir ramenés jusque là.
Et le reste, c'est pour l'arrivée.
Exactement, la route est encore longue. Donc le reste, on vous invite à venir le partager avec nous à l'arrivée en Martinique. Donc a priori, là, il fait beau.
Et là, juste devant, on voit bien. Et ben c'est le grain.
On devrait être sous Grande Génac ou sous Spi au portant, et en fait on se retrouve au près dans le poteau noir. Voilà. Ce poteau noir au retour est presque plus dur qu'à l'aller pour nous.
Bon bah les amis, voilà où on en est, le Génac, on a réussi à le réparer. Ah, c'est...
Ouais, écoute,
fini les neiges.
après avoir déroulé, réparé, re-roulé, les 17 voiles.
On est bien là dans la soute là.
On est nickel, là vraiment dans la soupe, c'est super. Petit déjeuner des champions ce matin, hein?
Ça, on n'a pas été champion cette nuit, mais par contre il y a un petit déjeuner de champion.
Oh, attends, quand même, on s'est appliqué, hein? On peut pas réussir à tous les coups, quoi.
Non, mais on va y avoir quand même.
Voilà, ça va arriver notre moment. Termine pas tout, hein?
Non, non, non.
500 000 du rocher, du diamant.
Spirits are high, the end is in sight, and check you guys later.
Voilà, pressé pour trouver et pressé d'arriver maintenant.
Day 3 of the 44 Cup Calero Marinas Lanzarote started with an unpromising light forecast in the absence of the Canary Islands' usual trade winds.
Unfortunately, we're missing out on the trades here at the moment. It's just sort of the time of the year as the seasons change, I guess. But light forecast today, sort of in the 3 to 7 knot range. Maybe around 2 to 3 p.m. we could see up to sort of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 knots in that range, but there's nothing really around to push it and generate it, so we might have to be a little bit patient. But the great news is these boats do go well in the light air, and we saw the other day we got one race off in extremely light conditions. It's still very competitive.
After a postponement which kept crews and boats ashore for more than an hour, tentative steps were made to get underway and one race was started. Sadly, this had to be abandoned when the wind dropped after the first upwind mark. On the next attempt, the race was successfully completed. In this, Nico Poons' Charisma pulled into the lead on the first run. Poons' crew, including Olympic medalist Paul Goodison on tactics, successfully played the shifts while controlling the fleet and held their position all the way to the finish line. Team Aleph maintained their impressive consistency to finish second, with CREF third. Attempts at a second race didn't succeed, so the race committee is planning to start early to make up the schedule tomorrow.
The plan for tomorrow is to start earlier because the forecast says that we're going to have good wind from 10 or even from 9, and then the wind will drop after 1 or something like that. We are planning to do 3 or 4 races even tomorrow. We have enough wind.
Going into the final day, Team Aleph comfortably leads the fleet by 9 points, while in the battle for the 2021 44 Cup title, Team Aqua and CREF lie second and third respectively, separated by only 2 points. Don't miss the grand finale of the 2021 44 Cup season tomorrow.
Boats were here quite fast, the majority. So yeah, there's more than enough competition. Today was the first day of finals. We're still leading. It was tough racing out there, but we're looking forward to the next days and yeah, bring on the competition.
We are at Fuerteventura now, at Playa de Jandía, and Risco del Paso. And we just finished the press conference. We have all the support for all the authorities. President from Cabildo de Fuerteventura was here, the Minister of Tourism board too, and also the Minister of Tourism from Pájara. We have a really nice weather here in Fuerteventura, and you can make everything, all the water sport that like surfing, kite like wing foil, scuba diving, and it's really paradise because with the weather and with this condition, you can be on the water all the day if you want. It's winter time and we have the sea. There is no wind today, but the rider, they are surfing in the other side of the island. So that's something really nice because for the people that they are living in Europe now, while our country is cold, and we have a really nice weather in winter.
كانت مواجهات صعبة، لكن الحمد لله قدرنا يوم بعد يوم ان نحتك فيهم، قدرنا ان نكون من وراء لحد تأهلنا إلى الفائزة الذهبية.
It's very nice and everybody is really kind and gentle with us. The hospitality is fantastic, so it's really nice to be here.
The final day of the 44 Cup Calero Marinas Lanzarote started early, with teams eager to get their last points on the leaderboard. However, in this usually windy venue, there were unusually light winds for a fourth consecutive day, allowing only one race to be held. This was won by Pavel Kuznetsov's Atom Tavatui, but in a photo finish with John Basadoni's Peninsula Racing, on which Tokyo 2020 Olympic fin gold medalist Giles Scott has been calling tactics this week. This bullet was enough to secure Atom Tavatui's second place in the event, their first ever 44 Cup podium. Aleph Racing, with highly experienced Italian owner-driver Alessandro Rombelli standing in for Hugo Lepic, dominated this event, winning by 14 points after just 7 races. Igor Lar with Team CREF completed the podium.
We are all very happy. I'm very happy first for the owner. Hugo Lepic was stepping in to replace him for this event. Then for the crew, they deserve good results because they are a top quality crew. We've been lucky, we sailed well, a combination of things, and we managed to have a very positive result.
In the overall standings for the season, Team Aqua went into Lanzarote 2 points ahead of CREF. Going into today, Chris Bake's team was still looking comfortable, ahead of CREF on the event leaderboard, until an uncharacteristic last in today's only race dropped them to 1 place behind, reducing their advantage to 1 point. Sadly, with the wind disappearing, the 44 Cup was deprived of what might have been a nail-biting winner-takes-all race, but did secure a season victory for Team Aqua for the first time since 2014.
We've had a great season. The regattas have been great. We've been to some great places, including Cowes in the UK, and obviously a new location, Scarlino in Italy, and back here to Puerto Calero. Team's been very consistent, been very committed. We were able to win the Worlds in Scarlino, and here we didn't do so well, but it was very close racing as usual, but we managed to hold on to the overall championship. So that having the Worlds and the championship together is great.
So another season comes to an end with some highly competitive racing in 5 exceptional venues between 9 high-performance boats driven by 9 passionate owners and highly skilled crew battling it out to the very end. The 2022 season promises more of the same, with at least 2 new teams joining.
Welcome once more to Sydney Harbour, rain-drenched and windy Sydney Harbour, for another day's racing in the 18-foot skiffs. It's the first heat of the New South Wales State Championship. On behalf of Sail Media, I'm Peter Shipway, and along with Andrew Buckland and Jimmy Bury, we'll be hosting this for you this afternoon. The southerly moved through Sydney yesterday, strengthened overnight, and brought a lot of rain with it. And the good news is there'll be not many spectators out or cruise boats out watching this first heat of the state championships, but plenty of wind and plenty of rain for all the competitors. So as we say good afternoon to Andrew Buckland, give us an overview on the weather, Andrew.
Well, Pete, you're right. Extensive trough, not very powerful, but very long trough line extending from Western Australia to the south of New Zealand. Incredible looking weather map for this time of the year. Little low pressure cell off the coast of the New South Wales coast, driving the flow that we've got here now. Northern New South Wales, though, still in northeast flow a couple of hours before this race, so a bit unusual, slow moving-ish, and the breeze today probably going to average around 160, 170 on the race course. 14 to 22 cover most of it, but some spiky bits on the front of each rain squall. Tide, ebb, so pretty quick run, and on the southerly course down to Obelisk, and a long slow slog back up to the back of Shark, a big test for the guys. Fair to say, a few sore bodies after last week's episode, so we might talk about that in a minute too, Pete. Finport looking good also, Pete, just in that first group, just behind Tech 2 there. Good alignment, I think. Balmain Slate probably in too deep.
15 seconds.
Noakes paid lots of money for the pin.
Yep. First race of the state championships for this year.
Inside.
First heat.
7, 6, 5.
Ooh.
Remember, it's the orange flag, guys, not the actual numbers.
Yep.
Individual's been fired off.
Individual, I think Lazarus at the weather end was very close to being over.
They did look a bit optimistic, didn't they, Pete?
They did, but the fleet was standing away now on starboard.
And looks like Noakes might be leading down the pin there.
Yeah, well, he wanted the pin. He was down there early and got it.
Yep.
Only his second race out this season for Sean Langman, Ed Powies and Josh Probeski. And they had a great year last year, third in the JJs. Shaw and Partners going back.
Well, they were upwind at the start, Pete. They were still on the chute
So
coming down.
Okay, so they missed the start.
So they're in arrears by 1 minute about.
Oh, they're all heading in towards Bradley's Head, the western side of Bradley's Head. You can just see the rain in the background in Double Bay, Rose Bay area. It is teeming out here on the race course. And then they got themselves back in the lead and kept on keeping on.
Time to tack, boys.
They'll be right. No problem.
Pretty good tack too, Pete.
What did you say, Bucko?
What did I say?
Oh, no. What's happened here? What happened there?
I think that tiller extension came off. I don't know.
Tiller extension's still attached.
No, they just missed the timing there.
No,
Anyway.
no, I think you let the tiller go.
Yeah, it looked a bit very wobbly. Nerves.
Oh, well.
Nerves.
We nearly sank him.
First to finish nerves.
Yeah, that's right.
There's the finishing mark in the background.
Still, pretty good sailing on a pretty difficult day.
There they go. Terrific effort. Really hard day's sailing and strong winds with the number 2 rig on. Noakes wins. Sean Langman, Ed Powys and Josh Pabeski. The first heat of the New South Wales State Championship. A very, very fine effort, that. Now the battle is on for second. After Tech 2 broke this
trapeze wires on the starboard side.
Trapeze wires, yep. So they were throwing that challenge down to Noakes, but they will be limping home now, and this is the battle for third. Lazarus, Smeg and Yandu, and at the moment Yandu's going to be second.
Yeah, fairly easily, Pete, looking at that, yeah.
Nothing's easy, Bucko, you know that. Nothing's easy. But at the moment you'd have to put your money on Yandu. Smeg is tacked on port. Yandu's going to take them out close to the ley line, you would think. Lazarus is tacked.
Yeah. Yandu will just tack flat on his face, and off you go. Wow, it's close though.
Yeah. See Yandu with a reef in the mainsail. Not much you can do about that now. You can't change gears like that. Lazarus coming in on nice lift on port.
He's done well to get up there with a reef in the main, I can tell you.
Absolutely. Just a bit lighter here at the finish at Clark Island. Lazarus screaming in, but Yandu will get there. Will he lay in or will he one more tack? No, he's going to cross on this tack, I think.
Yeah, he's going to cross and beat Lazarus by about 2 boat lengths.
Yandu's second. Great effort.
There'll be some happy punters. Lazarus third, Smeg fourth. Wow.
Now, I didn't hear a hooter then. Was there a hooter for Lazarus, was there?
No, I didn't hear one.
No, maybe.
That was Bucko's prediction at the start, if you remember, Pete. He said
Yeah,
they,
well, he was
they
up
looked
to-
a little early.
Yeah.
Well, we need
I was pretty sure they were over, but
Marcus is definitely having a look back, sort of, as if to say what's going on.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was a hooter for Lazarus.
No, there wasn't.
So she may be disqualified for being over at the start. She finished third on the water, but that doesn't mean much if she was disqualified for being over at the start. Well, we do know that Noakes was the winner. Yandu was second. And we're thinking Smeg perhaps was third because of the misadventure to Lazarus.